The biggest problem for the average crypto investor is that they find out about a crypto or a project just a little bit too late, especially after they've already seen their price discovery and a lot of those initial major gains have already been made by other people. And unfortunately, that's a lot of people watching this channel. And I can't blame you. A lot of you watching this channel, you have families, you have full-time jobs, or you're in school, and you simply don't have time to be scouring Twitter and living in the crypto world 24 hours a day. And it's just too much to keep up with. It's really, really hard to identify some of the key factors that might go into the next potential coin that's going to see an absolute meteoric rise. Thus, I'm coming along. I want to make this a new segment where I put you guys onto a new coin that's looking very, very promising. And then, I'm not a fortune teller, so please don't come back at me saying, hey, you said this one was going to do well. It's been a couple months. It hasn't done anything. All I can do is read over the white papers, research the team, research what they're all about, and then from there, just make a prediction, make a guess as to what's going to happen. And then also analyzing other factors like their market cap, which exchanges they're on, which they're going to get listed on. And then when you put all that together, you get a pretty good idea of where a project is going. And this one specifically, the one that we're talking about today, has checked off every single box. And I'm so excited about this one because I do honestly believe it is going to go crazy in the next year or two, maybe even sooner. So here we go. We're talking about Aventus. As usual with these videos, we're going to go ahead and just look into the current price. From there, transitioning into a quick summary of what it's all about, use cases of the coin, and then we're going to circle back to our own price prediction. Make sure to stick around to the end. Let's go. So as of February 3rd, 2022, Aventus has gone live on Coinbase. It is currently ranked number 802 in terms of market cap. It boasts a market cap of just under $20 million and a fully diluted market cap of $32.8 million, which is so small for where they're at in terms of project development. And this just makes me more and more excited. So digging into the history of Aventus real quick, you'll quickly find that it was originally Aventus Classic, which actually aimed at totally taking over the ticketing industry and tackling some of the fraud that goes on and bringing all this onto the blockchain to help it become a little bit more secure and reliable. But what ended up happening was Aventus essentially realized, and this is honestly just credit to the team, and this is a really, really good sign, in my opinion, of their resourcefulness and their ability to adapt, because they essentially realized that Ethereum could not support what they were trying to do. It just couldn't handle all those transactions, and it just wasn't fast enough. So they waited around. Ethereum was supposed to upgrade, and then surprise, surprise, ETH2 still has not come out. They essentially just said, fine, I'm doing it myself. They totally reimagined what Aventus was, and then they essentially just now are becoming a layer 2 focused on being a scaling solution for Ethereum. And what they say is that they can basically allow Ethereum to scale to process transactions at 100 times the speed at only 1% of the cost, which is obviously a huge goal, but it's not too big because you're seeing some other scaling solutions saying, oh, we can 2,000x the speed. We can do it at this cost, at this transaction speed. I think that they're being a lot more practical about what they can do, and then potentially in the future there may be some upgrades. We'll have to see about that, but they're really focusing on having an attainable goal that makes sense, because as of right now there really is no need to go more than 100 times the capability for transactions of Ethereum, because at this point we're just not seeing 2,000 transactions per second. It's just not happening. There's not enough activity in blockchain quite yet. So I love that they're not setting their goals too high, but obviously they're definitely challenging themselves and would really be pushing the mark for what Ethereum is capable of while competing with all the other blockchains. And the other big thing they highlight here is interoperability. They specifically mentioned Polkadot, which we've mentioned on this channel. They're being very clear that Ethereum is probably not going to be the be-all end-all of crypto. There's going to be other players, and they're fully prepared to work with them. Absolutely love that. So when you think about Aventus in the long term, you start to see it as being part of the picture, which is really nice. And then on top of that, they mention video games and NFTs and basically everything that's popping right now. So you love to see that they're following the trends and staying active. As for use cases of Aventus and specifically the AVT token that we'll be buying, one nice thing that I like to see that reminds me of, I believe it was VeChain. In order to run a node, you're going to have to lock in 250,000 AVT, which, considering the fact that there's only 6 million in supply, 250,000 is a pretty substantial amount. There's only so much AVT to go around. So the more and more people that want to run a node, obviously the less and less is going to be available. Higher demand, less supply, you get the idea. And then on top of that, people are going to have to own AVT in order to do transactions through the network because the fees are paid in AVT. So there's two perfect use cases right off the bat. The program cannot run without the token. You love to see that. Especially if you guys watched yesterday's video, you know why that's important. So at the time of recording, and it's probably going to be a lot different by the time you guys watch it because it is so volatile right now. The price is $3.23. Like we said, the market cap fully diluted is around 32 million. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and compare that to some of the other layer 2 scaling solutions for Ethereum. First of all, IMX, fully diluted market cap of 4.7 billion with a B. Let's go ahead to Scale Network. Fully diluted market cap 1.9 billion with a B once again. Polygon 16.2 billion. So these are the type of projects that Aventus is working with. I'm not going to stand here and say that Aventus is better or more superior to any of these projects. Honestly, I think that remains to be seen if it will be able to compete with any of them. But what we do know is that it is a competitor. It looks like it's going to be a working practical solution for Ethereum, and they already are running test transactions. I think they said something around 15 to 16 million this year. So we're seeing some real usage, and the more and more that they start to prove themselves, and the fact that they're about to be listed on Gate.io, they're already listed on Coinbase. I think that if their market cap can even just see, let's say, 400 million, and obviously that's a tall goal, but we're talking about potential another bull run around the corner for crypto. That's a 20x from $20 million. That is a 20x for Aventus, which would be huge. And $400 million isn't like some crazy number. In no world is that an unattainable figure, especially when it comes to layer 2 scaling solutions for Ethereum, the number one layer 1. So you know what? I think it's worth taking a look into. I'm not going to tell you guys whether to invest or not. I'll tell you, for me personally, I'm pretty open about it. I do have a position in Aventus, just got one today, and I'm excited for where it can go. I think that the floor is very low. The ceiling is pretty much limitless compared to where the price is at right now. It's revitalized, repositioned, and I think it's more than primed for an insane run. So yeah, we're gonna have to see where this one goes, but super excited. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.